Hello everybody, Mike Levin, Friday, April 21st, 2017. Well, I'm running a little late for work, and this is really just my final leg of the walking part of my commute. I thought I'd capture it because this stuff is kind of interesting to capture right now for me. I'm at a crazy time in my life. There's a lot of fluctuation and stuff going on. I'll be living in Staten Island in not too long. And next weekend, not this one, I have the mover scheduled to come and basically pack up my whole place and put it in storage in Staten Island so that I can have a great open house. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom in Manhattan, the very tippy top of the island in a neighborhood called Inwood, a delightful neighborhood where I still have lots of wonderful friends who I'll stay connected with, among other ways, through my place in the Catskills, which, because of this lovely weather, we probably won't be getting out to this weekend. Addie has expressed interest in continuing to go to the New York apartment because she knows it's going away, and I think she associates the cuddling with kitties time with the New York apartment, and all the stuff that's really wonderful and rich and full of texture and experience at the current apartment can be transported very easily to a new place. And it's only that physical sense of location that's going to be changing. So this is a pretty important, I guess, lesson time for her. She's seen things like Disney's Inside Out, one of the best movies, and really understands things at a deep level that she continues to demonstrate to me that is astounding. I don't think I was that smart as a 6-year-old, but I do suppose almost every generation makes that same observation about the younger generation coming up. I think the truth is just that 6-year-old is smart. It's a fairly developed mind, fairly developed brain, worldview, personality, habits, essential, characteristics and attributes as a person. And Addie's got some great ones, I gotta say. It's just a matter of tweaking and directing her along, what I believe, what Daddy thinks is the most productive avenues. That is not to say the correct ones. It's just what I have to contribute as a person in life. And it's been made astoundingly clear to me that to wrap that all up in one word from the perspective of both my daughter and other folks I know in life through, say, my career in SEO, is nerd. Guilty as charged, but just sort of like everyday nerd. Certainly not posing or trying to be, but deliberately trying to better my life, sort of stumbling and finding my way along to what I think is an optimized path. It is the place to invest my exercise and my development of new skills and muscle memory to greatest effect, to greatest professional effectiveness, if that's a sentence, and to the greatest personal satisfaction, and to the greatest potential of still worthwhile, still relevant lessons and indeed technical skills that I can pass on to my child. It's very clear to me that I want to make sure she can control all the many things that there are out there to be controlled with Python, and that you can link, but you can think in Python and really have a lot of expressiveness going on in your life. Similar kind of expressiveness as when you're just talking. And that leads to one sort of coding that can get the job done quick, which is done a lot in, I guess, analysis and data science, script after script after script. But then also enough data science type stuff, if that's even the best word. Some people think that data science or computer science isn't a science, that it's more like a technical skill. But there's a lot of math behind it, and a lot of theory, and a lot of principles. So I'm going to develop my career along those lines. And so for me, it's mostly about data and findings and enabling the people around me to get what they need without having to go through the whole same process that I did. So I become sort of like a data science information SEO samurai here in New York City for one main employer, following the work for someone tradition of some of the folks that I most admire, like Guido van Rossum, who started out doing it for Google, moved on doing it for Dropbox, where he continues to be the spiritual leader of this free and open source software movement that just is so broadly encompassing of all the things I think that are important about tech, from its friendliness to the Unix and the C worlds, which are also very strong camps to align yourself with, to the openness of all the packages and communities that spring up around it, right down to it never having its own repository formally built into the language. It goes back too far to have been around during the days where, you know, Rails comes, or Ruby comes out of the starting gate with a gem system. Although Ruby is almost as old as Python. I'll cover all this stuff as we go, but nonetheless, a very vibrant repository, the Python package index, PyPI, has sprung up around it and essentially wrapped itself in to become official, because pip is now included with the Python distribution, as is a version of virtual env. I think it's PyEnv, something like that. But it just goes to show you that as the ideas become modern and presumed and relied upon, Python does embrace it and wrap it in. It's a growing, dynamic language with a benevolent dictator who's still powerful and popular in the circles, pretty much universally, you know, if not admired, conceded to about the important decisions. But there's also a lot of other people in that community who are maintaining third-party packages or extensions to the core libraries that they had contributed. So there is a lot going on, and that is the main bandwagon I'm jumping on, and going to try to encourage a number of my folks out there who watch me on YouTube, listen to my podcast, and definitely the folks I work with who have similar responsibilities at the company. So there you have it. I've wasted enough time. I really got to get up there and start doing my work. Thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.